Oh hey guys, notice anything different? Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fit Curls. My name is Angela. I'm a fitness professional and a curly hair enthusiast, and I use this channel to teach you how to keep your curls in shape. So don't forget to officially join the Fit Curls family by clicking that subscribe button and hitting the notification bell next to it so you don't miss a single thing. Now today, if you may have noticed, the hair is a little bit different, and I did this all myself. That's right, this is a DIY haircut, and I am going to take you with me through the entire process of creating this shape and style in my hair. So if you are excited for this video, go ahead and hit it with a thumbs up, and without further ado, let's get styling.
Time for bangs. So I'm balancing that comb right at the front of my forehead, just pressing it down at that point there. And as you can see, I'm sectioning off everything right in front of where the comb just barely starts to lift off of my head. I learned this trick from a professional, aka Mains by Mell, my personal curl guru, but I am not a professional, so you will notice some flaws in my execution here as I clip the rest of my hair away and start to find my parting line. For curtain bangs, you do want to make sure that you have enough hair on either side to give that curtain effect, and I'm putting in a couple of finger coils to see just how much my bangs are going to spring up, as well as which direction they really want to fall in front of my face. Here I scrunch just to double check the shape before putting in the first cut. And please observe here how many times I am hedging my bets before I finally snipped, and then there was no going back. I trimmed the other side to match lengthwise, made sure that I was parting to the correct side, and then cut the next piece kind of on a diagonal downward from that to make that nice sweeping shape that curtain bangs are known for and that I was going for in the first place. Now, this is where things started to get really tricky for me because Lord knows I am not remotely ambidextrous with scissors. So keeping them in my dominant hand and trying to sweep downwards on a right diagonal was sketchy at best. Here you can see me re-wetting my bangs to make sure that I am still going to wind up getting the correct shape. And now I'm over directing the entire left-hand section across to the front to get more, again, of that curtain bang shape, that nice cascading in my layers before repeating that on the other side. Now, normally I would be using a comb to do this, and I highly recommend that you use a comb to do this, but full disclosure, I don't really have the right equipment to be doing this. So please do as Mel says and not as I do. I'm just showing you how this happened to go down inside my house that day.
Oh my god, I can't believe I just did this.
Now on to the rest of my hair. I will be using these two hair ties to do Mains by Mell's Pigtails cut, which is her version of a DIY haircut to create layers in more medium length hair instead of doing something like a unicorn cut, which, oh my god, I know that would do absolutely horrendous things to my hair. So you can see me kind of painstakingly creating this center part down my head. Painstakingly because I am really out of practice creating parts ever since I started wearing my hair curly, because to encourage more volume, I don't friggin' part my hair. But for these purposes, I have to. So I'm creating with my tail comb the cleanest part possible. Then it's time to create the pigtails. I am going one section at a time, brushing in as straight lines as possible to bring the hair into a pigtail slightly forward of the back of my head, just above and in front of my ear. Notice that I am not twisting the brush at all, and as I put the hair tie in, I am not going to be twisting the section of hair at all, only the hair tie. This is to make sure that I have all of my hair allocated in the correct position to be able to create the round layers that I am going for without disturbing the shape of my overall haircut. Pigtails in, and now it's time for cutting. I am brushing the pigtail straight out, making sure the hair is fanned out from top to bottom in the direction that I put it in the pigtail in the first place before cutting off what wound up being about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch from the entire pigtail. Notice again my lack of professional scissor skills. Now this haircut style works because The hair that has been over-directed into the pigtail from the back towards the front and from the bottom towards the top of the head is going to enable the formation of a nice stacking of round layers through the course of my entire head. So I'm not going to lose a ton of length from the overall length of my hair, but I am going to create some really nice gradation from the top to the bottom of my hair to encourage volume at the top and a nice rounded shape that frames my face well. Once I had that pigtail the way that I wanted it, it was time to match it on the other side because it's very important for your haircut to be as symmetrical as possible unless you are intentionally going for an asymmetrical style, at which point you definitely shouldn't be following this tutorial or doing it at home. And for that matter, please don't consider this a tutorial. This is just a documentary, I guess, of my experience doing this haircut at home. If/when I do this sort of thing again, I'm going to be more careful with my scissor technique, specifically not cutting past my second knuckle to, make sure I don't cut myself. And I'm also going to be way more cautious with my parting because that was a hot mess, as you can see on the side. So here I'm checking the stacking of my layers and making sure that the shape turned out how I wanted it to, as well as the overall length. I'm combing it out to make sure that everything's as even as possible so I can fix anything that is not to my liking now. However, I think I'm pretty good. So now we're moving on to styling. Here's today's lineup. These are all products that I've used a number of times before. I really like them in this combination, and I know that this is a very standard styling method and product combination type for me, so that way I can tell after my hair is dry if there are any pieces that I need to fix for how I typically wear my hair. Now, since this video is not a styling tutorial, I'm going to be very quickly glossing over how I styled my curls on this particular day. So if you're interested in a more in-depth tutorial, check my description box for links, as well as this video here, which is my most popular on my preferred Denman brush technique, so you can learn it step by step. Of course, as I went along through all of my typical steps in my styling process, I did gradually remember that I had just cut bangs in my hair, so I had to figure out exactly how I wanted them to fall and if the techniques I would usually use to get volume at my roots and right at the front of my hair were going to work with the new style that I had just cut in. The good news is I knew I could rely on the products and the combination of products that I chose to use and the order in which I used them, as well as my application techniques. The tricky part was just going to be making sure that my bangs actually fell in the correct place. Just know that there was some serious off-camera finagling. Then, of course, I set my style by diffusing, and here is the reveal. Can you tell I was happy with how it turned out?
This is exactly the change that I needed for my hair going forward. I am so excited to start playing with headbands more now, and like a few more updos now that I have some like for real face framing bang type pieces to leave down. And I am thrilled with how easy it was to do both the bangs and the pigtails haircut. Now, I definitely have done that pigtails haircut before a couple of times now, so I was comfortable with the technique. The bangs were a little bit scary. I was honestly really nervous, and I am so freaking happy with how they turned out. So that is it for today's video. What did you guys think? Go ahead and drop a comment down below with any of your thoughts, opinions, and impressions on this video, how you like the style and how it turned out, and whether you would ever try a DIY haircut yourself. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, hit this with a thumbs up. Not only does it support the channel, but it also gives me an idea of what you guys want to see so I can make the Fit Curls a better fit for you. Speaking of which, if you have enjoyed the Fit Curls family officially already, what the heck are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Watch a few more videos while you're here. With that, thank you guys so much for watching this video and continuing to support the Fit Curls. Love your curls, love each other, and I will see you all next time. Bye!